Hello, Saints Nation, and welcome back here now after that long intermission that we had to just bear with at the beginning of this Valorant stream. So we went through our pregame show a little bit here now, John, and now we're getting ready to actually hop into our first map, being Icebox. Things are all ready, and players are good to go here now after servers went down there for about half an hour, 40 minutes or so, and we just had to wait for approval and stuff to get this game started, and now here we are getting things underway. Hopefully, everything runs smooth for the remainder of the night. We don't have any more connection issues. But nonetheless, I mean, very excited to still hop into this one.
Yeah, just hope there's no more server disconnects in the game, but it is what it is. Obviously, we'll work on it as we go through, but regardless, still the same. Still going to get the same maps and everything, and everyone should be ready here sometime soon to start us up. So a lot more prep time for these teams, I guess. They had a little bit of pregame banter between each other, too, so it's nice to see the teams being so friendly with each other, but I think that's going to change when they actually get out onto Icebox.
Oh, 100%. I mean, right? I mean, it just shows good sportsmanship to, leave what's in the game and, respect each other outside the game, whatnot. That's always what we do like to see between these two teams here. So it's going to be two Ontario schools too, eh? It's the Canadian...
Canadian niceness.
It's the Canadian niceness, yes, for sure. So with that being said, we are going to be getting underway here now. Agent Select going to be coming right up here for Icebox Map 1, a map that UTM has showed consistency, perseverance, and fragging out potential on here throughout this so-called season. So it's going to be all up to the Saints here on this one to really try to find an answer.
Yeah, for sure. And last time we saw on this map, we saw Casper on Reyna, we saw Lupo on the Jet. So with JRC not in the lineup anymore, it's definitely changed up a little bit of how they play, but we're going to see the same thing here. We are going to see Lupo on the Jet and Casper again on this Reyna, and I really like this. Casper was so good on Icebox against Butler, so I definitely like to see this against a team that hasn't lost yet on Icebox.
Yeah, for sure, right? So it does look like we're seeing fairly identical setups. We're actually going to see the exact same setup here on both sides, so that's going to make for an interesting game, in my opinion, right? You're not going to really see anything that your opponent doesn't have, so whatever you do to your opponent, they can do right back to you here not long later. So now getting things underway, starting us off, pistol round, going to be the first one in our books, and it's going to be St. Clair starting on the defending side, which is very, very good for them, considering UTM is so good on this map.
Yeah, for sure. And last time we saw Butler got off to a really, really good start on Icebox, but SEC able to pull it back there on attack. And I think this is definitely an attacker-favored site. It is definitely a site. It's so hard to defend against. You look for more retakes. You tend to actually give up site a lot more because it's so hard to actually defend it. So I'm definitely looking for a lot of both these teams to try and back up off of a site if it seems like they're going to go for that all in. I look for a 5v5 retake because it's much easier to go for that rather than trying to just face them up here early on.
Yeah, split push. Looking like we might be seeing that come through for UTM as the first few players are going to be heading over here towards A. And yeah, I mean, A, if you're defending A and you're one of those first players there actually playing the defense on that site, you're just going to try to look for a few picks, right? And that's the thing. Make it easier to retake or something like that going forward. So with that being said, we aren't going to see any kind of too early picks come through here now. It is going to be a 3-on-4 over here towards this A site, but these two players headed towards B with the spike going to have nobody over there to defend them. So this is going to be a free play on B that's going down right now.
Yeah, again, you see this thing where St. Clair likes to try and stay as 5 whatever side they're on, but this is a big flank, actually. This could
Viper.
be huge. VCAN is behind the entire team. Do they know this is going to come across here? Looking for that first pick. No, not going to find it. AV is. So a good flank there, but not going to actually find that pick. But Casper with a nice straight back does change it.
Yeah, but that is going to be Brosif up there just ready to mow players down. Lupa will get the cleanup, but Yaga going to take down Wamba, and another one there to clean up Blossom as well, leaving it all up to the St. Clair Saints Jet, and that is going to be Lupo. He's going to come through here and try to find something, but the Sage, being Dippy, going to be right below him on the wall, and it is going to be UTM taking round 1 here of this series.
Yeah, and that was just what you were talking about earlier in the pregame, that over-rotation from St. Clair. They put everyone on A site when they heard a couple shots coming through there. Then they just weren't able to stay on that B site, and it gave them the free plant. And it's so hard when you're in those time crunch scenarios to actually get anything done. And I think what could have made a definite difference there was VCAN getting picks on the backside. He had a really good flank, just wasn't able to take advantage of it. And now we're going to see the full buy from UTM. St. St. Clair still just going to stack on those pistols. Hopefully find a pick here, there, but looking more towards round 3.
Yeah, this is going to be a UTM round. And actually, I was saying that more confidently a second ago until we actually see a couple scouts and shorties and whatnot come through actually from the Saints here, but it doesn't look like they're going to find anything too early in this one as VCAN does go down to Dippy. Now a 5-on-4 for UTM, and St. Clair's forced to play retakes over here towards B as we do see everybody rotating on over, but UTM has really allowed themselves to just rotate this off onto A here, and nobody is here from St. Clair. We have seen this already. It's something I talked about in the pregame there. We do not want to see these over rotations, over commits, and I feel like I've seen it in almost both of these rounds here already from St. Clair.
I think specifically for this round, you are on pistols, so over rotations aren't that big of a deal. You are expected to lose this round. Try and get like 1 or 2 picks, maybe if you can find them. But realistically, UTM is going to take this round regardless. So Casper looking for something on the Sheriff. Isn't going to get Plex, though. He will take him down. So Plant will come down here in just a second, and it's going to be a 1 round for UTM in the end.
Yeah, and honestly, like you said, they're just trying to find some picks at this point in time. So Blossom just kind of holding this mid angle here. And we also do have the Jet back here as well with them. That's going to be Lupo looking to play off of that one. But yeah, I mean, UTM going to have this round locked down. St. Clair, can they help out their economy? Can they help take down some of that UTM economy? We'll find out here in just a moment. But that Viper Wall definitely not going to help by any means necessary. Now Blossom forced to push his way in here. He will be able to pick up a Sheriff, but they should know he's here. And he will find one nonetheless. Now a Sova player that is so weak already could potentially be looking for another pick, but Yaga going to be taking down Blossom and will clean up Lupo as well. That's going to be UTM tacking on a second.
They did get 1 pick, but I mean, realistically, still a really good round there by UTM. Really good patience. They flooded B, but they left bomb more towards mid, and then when they saw there was a couple too many people on B, they went back towards A, and there wasn't really a chance for them to make anything happen in that round for St. Clair.
Yeah, much better buys coming through here, making things a little bit more possible for them. And Blossom with the Christmas vibes, things I love to see. I love that skin. I never actually have seen that.
You've never seen the candy cane?
No, I seen the candy cane, but I haven't seen his Phantom that he has as his main there. And yeah, you're gonna see it there. I've never seen that Christmas Phantom, like nice little Christmas village. It's a nice one there, but yeah, it is gonna be the side of St. Clair here, looking to answer back as it is UTM finding these first couple rounds over towards this A site. So Lupo definitely gonna be looking to find something here. He will run into that Reyna, but has to jet dash out, and he will find Yaga, being the UTM Jet, and Casper gonna take down Dippy as well. But this spike is gonna be getting planted.
They did get the bomb plant down, but it cost them 2 picks already here. St. Clair looking to try and clean this up. Lupo going to find 1, and there's only 2 left. They're both on site, down to half HP's Plexius, but he finds Lupo there. Diffuse going to come down, but they're going to clean him up anyway. So in the end, just 1 kill over for UTM. St. Clair going to take the round. They did have the weaponry for it, so they do pick up a couple of upgraded weapons there, but in the end, just really, really good retake there, and that's what St. Clair likes to do, is they like to group up together, and they take the retake when it's a lot more even grounded rather than leaving someone on site. And I mean, I don't know how Lupo got away there, to be honest. That was kind of crazy that he got out of that blind and was able to get that headshot, but
he should not
definitely save the round.
Honestly, yeah, UTM could have had a first blood there, and that could have completely changed that round if the first blood went for the Reyna rather than going in for St. Clair's Jet. So overall, good stuff here from St. Clair. It looked a very clean looking round with that too, and they will have full money in this round. It is just going to be Lupo stuck down onto a Spectre rather than a rifle, but I don't think it's going to be a crazy concern. But UTM also going to have a full buy, so I mean, hey, this is anybody's round to take. We're going to really start to see the big guns come out in this one.
Key is Casper has ult available here. Looks like they want to go for an A push, but you see again, AV going to find Casper early on though. He didn't use ult, so he will still have that available, but again, you see this split right where they leave Jet and the Sage over going towards B site with the bomb. They have 3 on A. They're going to put a lot of pressure down with just gunshots and making a lot of noise, but this time we see a little bit of hesitancy here from VCAN. He suspects that something might be going on the other side.
Yeah, and you know what? UTM split push, it's so nice. I got to give props, but VCAN's here to potentially pick this player off of a plant or something, and there it is. That's the pick that he's looking for. He won't be able to find Yaga there on the backline, but he will get a couple tags in onto Yaga, and he's actually going to bait this bomb, forcing Yaga to actually potentially make a push, and that is going to be a jet dash, but VCAN picks up another, and he's looking for a third, but Blossom finds that one, diffuses through, and the save is there from the UTM Viper. That was a phenomenal rotate and retake from the St. Clair Saints.
That was insane. VCAN found that pick, and I was going to say, it helps because you remember in round 1, he over-rotated too fast, and you saw there, he had that little bit of hesitancy before he went over to A. It's like, I think they might rotate back over to B, and they gave him such a big advantage because as soon as that bomb plant went down, Oh, there it is. So as soon as the ball went down, he got it, and he found this. I can't believe he hit this flick. That was insane. The fact that he was able to 180 the dash backwards, got the headshot, found Reyna on that scan, and just unbelievable play from VCan.
Gives me chills. He looks so phenomenal there, and that round is going to tie up this game at 2 apiece as we do head into round number 5. Everybody's still alive and well here, and UTM very much so stacking towards this mid-B site. VCan looking like he might get a little bit more pressure on him here once again over here, and it is going to be UTM. They're going to potentially make their play, but pretty slow. It's actually going to be a few players rotating off.
Yeah, they did get the scan dart really, really deep in there early on in the round, so they knew that they were looking to stack B, and that means that a little bit of hesitancy came through, and looks like they want to go strong A push here. There is one person left on site here. There's just a Jet. Everyone else is going to be floating towards B. So if they can take this quick, they have a chance. But Lupo going to find the headshot. Will be able to escape with a dash.
Yeah, and making out this life is so big there. And they also do have Brosif absolutely tagged down for the side of UTM. Actually, that was the player. Oh, no, the Viper is Brosif. He's absolutely tagged down. And now this is going to be Wombat. Such a good position. He finds one. But the knives from Yaga are a little bit too much. Now a 3 versus 3. And it is still going to be the Viper from UTM. Absolutely 1 HP. So it's going to be a little bit of a vulnerability there. Now a push coming through, gonna take down the Jet ult, absolutely massive from Blossom. Can he find another? No, but the trade is there for VCan. Now with 1 HP in a Dream, it's all left up to the Viper. That's only gonna do so much.
She does have her traps. No, that was her last one. She doesn't have another one here. So she has to force up here. Only 2 HP. Casper going to find the headshot. That's going to be really well played there. Again, it's just this slow play on the retake from St. Clair. They're able to get those trades out. And yes, they do end up going down. But Lupo, the fact that he found a headshot, was able to escape into his smoke there is so huge because they have an advantage on the retake. And because you have to watch your flank on this, they just weren't able to cover every angle, and St. Clair able to capitalize.
Yeah, and a nice little team ace there to top things off, but a little cherry on top of things, and it's going to help out the Saints, does it? Just really helps provide momentum to all players with team aces, I find. Like, it's just like, all right, guys, we're all firing. Let's go. We're all doing our jobs. Let's keep it up. We all got to pick that last round. Let's do it again here in this one. But the Jet for the side of UTM going to be pulling out our first operator of the game here now, and it's a big one on Icebox, right? We talk about it so much. The op can have such an impact on this map, and with it coming through on the attacking side, let's see how they utilize it, but it's looking like it's going to be utilized well. Never mind. Wombat finding the frag. That's a lot of money just down the drain so early in the round for UTM with a slow there as well. Going to make it very difficult to recover.
And the problem, too, with that buy, right, is that usually what you do is you buy an op when you're up, so you either have a gun or you have knives available on the next round. A res is actually going to come through, though, and that means the Jet will be able to pick up this op, so actually kind of saves them there. But, I mean, regardless, if this op does go down again, it is such a hard investment to lose because you have no ult available, you have no buy available next. So it's going to be interesting here. Casper, beautiful headshot.
Oh, the dismissal so big, and it's going to trick Ivy, and that's going to allow St. Clair to get the cleanup nonetheless. Despite the revive, it's still looking phenomenal from St. Clair here, and that is the Opera now tagged down to half HP. Going to make them a little bit more hesitant on some of these peaks. Sage does have an angle on Lupo, but Lupo looking to escape out of this position. Oh my goodness, Casper's such like, he's so aggro up here, and it's so valuable. He's gotten so much damage done on a few of these players. He will get another cleanup there. Yaga will get the trade out, but it's a 4-on-2. St. Clair have all the cards in their favor.
There's only the Opera left. Yaga, nowhere to hide. Icebox is so punishing for you. Yeah, it does throw the op away. So smart play there. Does end up getting rid of it. Has a Vandal, 60 HP, can do something. But again, this map is so good because St. Clair's patience is paying off so well for them. You see, even on that take where it's like seemed like everybody was on A site, we had VCan just staying on B, keeps throwing the wall up, says, okay, even if someone's rotating around, they don't have the chance to actually get on site without him being there. And it means that you have to sacrifice that op in the end. And you now look at the economy here for UTM. You have a Marshal, you have Sheriffs and Light Shield, so their econ is destroyed. And for St. Clair, you have at least another buy round, maybe 2 if they can take this one as well.
Yeah, and you know what? One big thing that I really do want to point out is Casper has been helping defend this A site so well when he has self-control. He can't be making the swing across and actually going for the aggressive peaks like he is right now. I don't know if I agree with that. You can't be doing that. If you're Casper, I just don't agree with that play like nearly every time. Because now look at this. The A site's completely open. There's 2 picks on a safe round. And what? Now UTM has the possibility of ecoing St. Clair a lot easier than potentially before. And that is the Viper L. I don't know if St. Clair wins this round, to be honest with you, John.
It's going to be very, very tough. Now they have 2 weapons in hand available for them to take. And, I mean, this really was a round for St. Clair to just boost their eco a little bit more. They weren't able to take advantage of it. a couple shots being fired out here, but it is a 3v5 retake against a Viper with ult available. Like, it is just so difficult to try and predict where these people are going to be. One's going to be spotted out, though.
Okay.
Wombat going to get it started off. This could be big.
Yeah, now Wombat is at a great position to drop down and potentially take down this Viper, but it's going to be far from easy. VCan's going to be pushing through that Viper smoke. We'll find one, but Wombat and Blossom will take down that Viper player. Now it's going to be a 1 versus 2. The ult is through, but Blossom just jumping and making his rounds, going to somehow keep his life. He's going to get a res off, but I think that's a little too late. The res was absolutely useless at that point in time, and now Viper just trying to make it out with their life bounty. You know, VCan makes it far enough, and he just does, but doesn't matter.
He had the stinger, so it was more worth it for him to die.
Okay.
And to
I didn't know that he had the stinger.
Yeah.
I thought he had a rifle there, but man, like there's no. That's an ult wasted too.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's like from bad to worse almost here for St. Clair right now.
See, for me, I think the play makes sense if the Sage has the wall, right? Because at least if you put up the wall, you can get that half defuse, and then you have one more person that can fight, try and trade out the Sage, and then go for the other half defuse. But you just didn't have
It
the
all
wall
happened too
available.
quickly.
Yeah, I mean, it is tough, right? You're down to 20 seconds left on that defuse. Like, your mind's racing there. It's so hard to make those game time decisions, but it does definitely cost them because that was an eco round for the side of UTM.
That should have been free.
That definitely should have been free for them.
Yes, for sure. So we do actually see ops coming through from St. Clair here. Now it's actually going to be on Casper for a change rather than Lupo here in this one. And Casper, I think I do really like him having the op here to just prevent him from making these aggressive plays. It really forces him to slow down because honestly, Casper should not have been giving away the picks that he did that last round. I think St. Clair wins that round if Casper doesn't push. I'm going to be completely honest with you on that one too, because it's going to make him so much harder for them to break into that A site. You know, having Casper still alive and watching that main push. So with that being said, it does look like we do have UTM slightly focusing this B site a little bit more than usual here now. So let's see what VCan can do over here to stop this.
They're doing the two-person push again, and I like this strat. I think that's why they're so successful, is they send these two people to B, they make some noise A, and then they try and find this one person covering B site, because you have to have one watching kitchen and one watching mid, right? So you try and force two people onto B site, try and take it over fast. AB going to find the first pick onto A site, though, and ult going to be popped as well here. AB trying to find this other Reyna on site, but looks like Casper just back up here with the op.
Their jet is so sneaky right now, and AV gonna find another, and now it is gonna be the push out there. AV on a third, AV on track for an ace, and will be looking for it on the ult for another swing. Finds the fourth, going for the ace. Gonna be all left up to Blossom. Blossom is gonna be up there. Will get the slowdown onto this player. The shots are through, but Plexitus gonna get the cleanup. No ace, but a 4K for AV. Absolutely showing the dominance of Reyna here in this game. Gonna be a 9-8 here in round number 9. Actually, going into round number 9, 9-8. Wow.
Yeah, it's completely flipped. Right now, you see that the eco problems are lying with St. Clair. That eco round that UTM won is just destroyed what they had, and now they have enough for a couple buy rounds. You see Lupo does have blades available, so it will be a full buy here from St. Clair across the board. But I think this round will really be important, determining the rest of the half, in terms of money at least, right?
Yeah, money is honestly, like, in my opinion, like, converts to rounds. Like, I've talked about this so much. I don't know how I feel about these plays, man. Oh my goodness. And Casper way up here as well. He's gonna find one, but how much more can you do? The dismissal gonna help him out. Plexitus will cut him off in the dismissal. The aggression constantly has been getting shut down. They've been rewarded for playing slow. I don't know why they're trying to switch it up onto these aggressive plays again. VCan all alive in a 1-on-4, and a miracle is all he has to work with.
I was gonna say I don't really get it. I mean, they had such success early on in this game, just being patient, waiting out the rotation, seeing where people are gonna go. And yes, it was a couple very good plays that allowed them to win rounds, but realistically, they have such a better chance of winning these if they're able to keep people alive and go for a 5v5 or a 4v5 retake instead of losing one or two people on these sites before the bomb's even down. So I think St. Clair just needs to calm down a little bit and realize that their success was being patient, and that's why they were able to take rounds. So looking forward in the rest of this half, they need to be able to have that patience and say, okay, we don't have to force up to find where these people are. We can't just sit back on site, wait for them to make the move, and then respond to it.
Yeah, so you will get that early dart coming through, trying to gather some early intel. Wombat once again showing his aggression. I don't mind this one as much because it is a few players that have all actually had a much coordinated aggression push. And I think this is looking very, very valuable. You're not anticipating a flank this early by any means necessary. 2 players down. He's looking for this last one in there, and the cleanup's there. A much more organized and orchestrated push. I don't mind these as much. It's when we just see them push into A with like little to no utility or anything along those lines. So looking good here in this round for St. Clair to tie up this game once again.
And the important thing too there was, right, there's 3 of them pushing through there. So if you do die, you end up trading off. But a lot of the time what we saw was Casper or Lupo moving forward on A site and having no one to trade out with either the knives or the Vandal. So I think this is really good play from St. Clair, realizing how they're winning, what their win cons are, and being able to take advantage of those. We're going to see AV trying to push up here, but there's going to be someone in spawn. AV not going to find him. Lupo will. So 5-5 game, and this is very, very good here for St. Clair. Able to take a tie game on UTM being, what, 11-0, 12-0 on Icebox. This is looking pretty good for them so far.
I just think it was the few minor mistakes being fixed from St. Clair right now. This could be a 7-3 or something like that here right now rather than a 5-5. But with that being said, St. Clair back in a good economic situation. They will have full buys all around, but so does UTM. So this is once again anybody's round to take in my personal opinion. It's all going to be who plays better. And with a very aggressive UTM B stack, it's going to be a lot on VCan here as he's very pushed up compared to usual here right now.
Does find some chip damage there, but doesn't manage to get this jet down from this high spot here. Will be forced to back up, and that's... Oh, I thought she was going to throw that Viper Spit down, but that would have been... Yeah, she still has the ult available here, so VCan is going to pop it. Very important here.
I don't mind this play.
Yeah, I think this is really good here. It is at least going to delay them, make them hesitate, decide what they want to do. And UTM here doesn't look like they want to push in here, are deciding to just back off.
Yeah, so it's now going to be the UTM push, looking like it is going over here towards A a little bit more. And I do really like that St. Clair actually hasn't pushed through A. They haven't decided to get aggressive. They're going back to playing their slower playstyle that's been rewarding them. Wombat just gathers so much intel that St. Clair can just continue to sit back because, you know what, UTM still hasn't made up any part of their minds yet on what they want to do here in this round. St. Clair have gotten a few pop shots off. They've taken down an armor on a few of these UTM players. So far, so good. Just keep playing your positions. Keep playing default, to be completely honest.
Looks like they are going to 5-stack towards the site here. This Viper pick going to be huge if it can stay up for a long time. And looks like 3 of them are going to push through here. Ooh, VCan got scanned and is going to go down. Bomb plant will go down as well.
Yeah, and I mean, they were leaving VCan not alone, but like kind of like alone over there on that B side because he had the ult out and all that. But one scan later, and the round is completely changed. Now, Wombat looking to force his way through onto the site. Blossom with the wall. It's a good try, but he will get quickly shot down. Rain Eye going to be shot through as well. So still a 4-on-5. No picks are able to be found here from the Saints as of yet. But this defuse is getting stuck. He got it! St. Clair with the defuse! He ninjas it on UTM! Oh my goodness! What a play from Blossom, or... Was that Blossom or Wombat?
I think it was Wombat.
I think it was Wombat. But Wombat, oh my god! What a defuse! Gonna come through from the Saints, and that's gonna provide for a massive round win there as we do get ready to head into half.
That was 100% a team play, right? You saw the double walls came down. They blew a hole through that wall right in front of the bomb right before. But Blossom able to cover Wombat. Even just the fact that they got that pick, Blossom got traded out, but they got enough of the defuse down where no one could push out without them dying. So it was just really well played. Good coordination there by St. Clair. And we actually saw, Lupo going to take down early though here, an op available. And I'll get back to that point in a second.
Yeah, so Casper, he's going to be the first line of defense here now, and he's going to get shot down from AV, having such a good game so far today. Now Wombat trying to find something through the smokes, but will not be able to connect on anything. Oh my goodness, what a transfer after picking up that Vandal. Will take down Dippy to put us into a 3-on-4, but with the Sova having so little HP right now from St. Clair and being down a player with this bomb down, going to make things very, very difficult, but Blossom will start us off nicely, and now they're looking to turn this one into a potential round win. Opper is going to be watching this bomb site line. Does the Sage have a wall for St. Clair? That is my question, but Wombat goes down, VCan goes down, Blossom on the res, and Blossom with another pick. Wombat going to get traded out here now in a 1v1 for Blossom, all against the Opper, baiting out the bomb, trying to get a peek, forced to come through.
Oh, he doesn't know where he is. Blossom has no idea where this Opper is. She doesn't know that he's back here. Oh, she missed! But it doesn't matter. There's no time now.
There's no time, and that is going to be the round for UTM and a 6-6 half. It does not get closer than this, John.
Really good half there, and I mean that round, just a good rush. They were able to get that bomb, and it was a really crazy round. A couple res came through, and it ended up being, in the end, UTM did get the round, but it was very close. I was back to my last point. I was watching film from the game against Butler, and the exact same thing happened where St. Clair was on defense. They popped the bomb. There was double sage walls, and they blew open the sage wall. But the problem was in that round, they didn't swing around, and they weren't able to trade the person who was defusing the bomb. So I really like what St. Clair did. Is they double stacked the swingers. They were able to take down both people who had avenues of shooting the bomb, and someone was stuck behind yellow, and that's why they were able to get that defuse. So it's just a really good play from St. Clair that kind of evolved from what happened last week, and it's really good to see them learning plays, in learning how to play around this icebox, because against a team like UTM with their record, it's so important to have those.
Two things that I would say are, well, honestly, not even two things. One thing that I would say is very, very important here for defending B site is having sage walls. And not even just sage walls, just walls in general. But what a pick for Lupo as St. Clair opens up on the attacking side as VCan looks for one as well. They don't even know he's there. VCan's he's just snuck away, and he's going to find one on Dippy. Plexidus going to find one, but the trade is here for the right clicks for VCan, and now that's going to be St. Clair in a 4-on-2, forced UTM onto retakes, and what a start to this round. But yeah, like I was saying, I mean, St. Clair just really providing some good value to those sage walls there on that B site, and it's going to be looking for another cleanup here on B site. On the offensive side of things, though, as Yega is all that remains, and is definitely starting to get peppered down.
Took Casper coming in there to clean up there. Well, a couple of missed shots for both sides, but in the end, I mean, St. Clair still taking that aggressive pistol round, and it all started with Lupo finding that frenzy kill on B side.
Ooh, timeout.
Yeah, so it looks like we are going to get a timeout here very, very early from UTM, actually. So, I mean, on defender's side, it is definitely very important to figure out how you want to play it, right? Because we talked about before, it's an attacker-sided map. So if you're on the defense and you're already down going into these rounds, it is so difficult to try and come back. Like, yes, it is just a one-round difference right now, but defending is a lot harder than attacking on this map. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how this timeout goes and how these teams kind of reevaluate their position.
It's if St. Clair can split the defenders is my thing, right? Yeah. They want to force rotations on to UTM here right now. The biggest thing is, okay, I loved UTM split. I think if St. Clair tries out on UTM just a couple times here, it could work out so beneficially to them. It just comes down to just splitting the defense, right? It's causing rotations to happen, making this UTM squad play out of position, play out of their default setup, and that's the biggest thing that you got to do for St. Clair right now. Just cause havoc for the defending side. That's what we're going to be looking for here going into this round number 2 of the second half. St. Clair will take round 1, so it's going to force UTM onto quite the economic situation in this one here now. They are going to be forced to pull out the full pistols, and it's going to be St. Clair full Spectres, all full armor. If St. Clair loses...
they have a 5 stack on A site. They know this is coming.
Oh, man. Oh, my goodness.
This is going to be craziness.
This is going to be mayhem. But I think, like, Spectres are just going to cause so... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. John Dippy opens this up on the Lupo. Blossom answers back. Yaga finds one. VCan with a trade. Now a 3-on-3, but Casper lines up 2, shuts them down. Now Yaga's all that's left. Casper's got the intel. He's looking for it, but Wombat will find that kill. St. Clair Saints now leading by 2 after a great start to this attacking side. As you're saying, UTM definitely showing why the defensive side is definitely a little bit more of a struggle, but honestly, UTM having the right idea there on that pistol round.
I agree. I think that timeout was all about, okay, we saw this, what they did last week is they all stacked A on round 2, so we're going to try and cross over, get a couple trades in it, and I mean, to be fair, they did get a couple trades, and we do see now Dippy forced onto the light shields, but I mean, overall, it was a pretty good effort in the end. Obviously, it's hard to beat Spectres and Armor with just a classic, but pretty good effort there. They knew what was coming, but in the end, St. Clair just better than them. Casper, again, you have those overheals coming through. It's so important. Ooh, Casper gonna find Dippy with the Spectre here, and we'll get the upgrade.
Punishing them for getting a little bit too aggressive there. VCan, oh my goodness, Sheriff going off there, and that's a walled out in a play. I love this wall, to be completely honest. Like, it's such a value. And then he's also going to set that little smoke, or I don't even know what they're called, the Viper grenade kind of thing there on it. And that is going to allow that site to be completely defended well here now. And it's going to be, the post plant's perfectly set up. UTM's got a lot to do here now. And with Wombat and Casper finding picks like that, makes me very concerned here for the side of UTM. Once again, Plexidus will be spotted out by Casper. That's a 3K for Casper with the Spectre. Look at those shots. He's shooting across map here with the Spectre right now and still doing all the damage needed. St. Clair really starting to pull away with this one here on the second half.
They're feeling themselves, and they get dangerous when they start feeling themselves, especially Casper, 14-9, doing so well on this map. And we were talking about UTM's record on this map, flawless, but St. Clair, I mean, the thing is, you have so many maps played, right? You can look back on the VODs and say, okay, what are they doing on this map that's strong for them? And I think the fact that they were able to defend those BA splits so well, it just boded so well for them on the defense here. And we see now UTM kind of panicked because you see they're pushing up here. You see the Viper moving up on B site. Is an eco round, so, I mean, does really not have a lot of weaponry to use, but it does seem like they're kind of rushing back to this point. This could be interesting.
Yeah, and it's going to be St. Clair really just hoping that they don't get sheriffed out here now. 2 early picks going to come through, but a couple players are actually tagged down very, very weak here. But it is all going to be left up to the Jet and the Sova in a 2-on-5. Viper and Sova for the side of St. Clair are going to be very, very weak here in this play. Plex is just trying to find a couple pop shots, but nothing going to give. And St. Clair are really searching for this 10th here. And if they find a 10th, I mean, it's looking scary for UTM. Trailing by 4, I mean, it could definitely look terrifying. And it is going to be a cleanup there coming through for Casper. It's going to be a 3K for him. Yet again, back-to-back 3Ks. Casper's heating up for sure. All of St. Clair heating up. Now leading by 4 and actually leading this offensive side 4-0.
Yaga does have the op, though. This is going to be the big round. He has no shields to go with that op, so is going for the glass cannon. And I mean, at this point, you have to go for it, right? Because if you lose this buy round, you're essentially just going to be 12-6, and you have to win that final buy round, or it's just going to be over. So from this point out, it's basically you have to win one of these buy rounds, or else you're just done.
Yeah, what you were saying about VOD, just in that previous little intermission there, you know, it's really big, right? Because there is so much VOD on Icebox. UTM, St. Clair, they picked this map for a reason. Well, they let it through for a reason, and it's them being confident that with the VOD review that's done, with the, you know, all the research that they've done, they have a very, you know, confident counter here for their plays. And oh my gosh, Dippy gonna run into Lupo there early. I like the play call, but it's not gonna work out. Blossom there, luckily on a trade for St. Clair and a res. Yaga here with the op, though, going to getting cleaned up from Blossom. Plex is gonna take down Wombat, though. Now we're in a 3-on-3. This can go any which way here now. VCan's in a great spot, though.
He sees the gun. He's going to get the kill. I don't know if he saw the second person, though. I think Sova snuck by without VCan knowing, so VCan could get his head taken off here in just a second, but he knows there's someone in mid as well.
Yeah, I mean, VCan's got a lot of intel right now, to be completely honest. I love how he's not over-peaking this. He's really making it seem to the other player that he's not there. He will find that known, but Viper going to take him down, but I mean, now the Viper's in a 1-on-2. He is tagged down, only 89 total HP out of the 150 potential HP he could have, and 2 full players from St. Clair. I just don't know if this one's going to be too much of a possibility here for Brosov. He's going to try his absolute best. He starts off successfully, but Lupo, he's actually going to pick up the op off of the UTM body, and St. Clair now with a lead of 5, and actually he does drop the op there. It doesn't even look like St. Clair wants it, and I don't blame him, to be completely honest. If you're succeeding right now with the 5 rifles, don't fix what isn't broke. St. Clair, 5 straight rounds here so far, and doesn't look like they're backing down anytime soon.
Yeah, I think op on this map really good for defenders. On attackers, not as nearly as useful. It is useful for actually that specific example on B post plant, but other than that, attackers kind of struggle with it. So good idea there. And I mean, now that they're on the sheriffs here, unless we see another crazy eco round from UTM, I really think this one is just going to be all about that last round coming up here in just a second.
Yeah, for sure. So let's see what happens. Casper going to open us up nicely as Dippy is trying to go for the wall and tube. But now with St. Clair controlling full kitchen, I mean, this early in the round, having kitchen control is such a threat to UTM. And with them being on sheriffs, I don't know how confident I feel here for the defending side. Wombat here as well, ready for it. And we do have a Viper coming through mid, ready for whatever when needed for St. Clair. I mean, it might only be a 4-on-3, but it looks much worse than that for the side of UTM right now, unless Yaga can clean up too, just as shown. Blossom with a trade to keep us even, and it is going to be Blossom with a nice little wall to allow for a plant as well. VCan peppered down a little bit up there in kitchen, but he does gather lots of intel on these UTM players. St. Clair now just getting ready for post plants. Honestly, all looks pretty well here so far for the side of the Saints.
I was going to say, key is Viper's Pit is available, and it will be used here, and she does also have the wall as well as both of those grenades, so it's going to be very, very tough for me to see them win this, but Brosov finds Blossom here, so this is going to be 1v2. Can VCan pull this one off?
Yeah, I mean, I like the VCan positioning, actually switching over onto this other side here now. runs into the first, and Brosev cleans it up on the Viper. 1 HP. Actually, sorry, never mind. It was just a decay. He's going to actually be 70 HP. a lot different than the 1 HP.
Yeah.
But UTM finally going to be shutting down St. Clair on a round that they really shouldn't. Honestly, 2 out of 7 UTM's rounds have been ecos somehow. Yeah. And it seems as if they might be a little bit better on the ecos than the actual weapons here at this point.
Yeah, it's been a couple really good rounds to them. And I think that all started from that pick where they collapsed through kitchen, but they weren't able to actually get bombed down fast enough. They got picked off on their way to B site. It slowed down the plan, and it meant that there was time for the other 2 players of UTM to rotate over, find guns on the ground on their way to the site. And I mean, Brosev obviously clutching up there with 2 kills right in the end, turn it around, and this could be a little spark of hope that helps UTM try and come back in this one.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for them to come back, and it's definitely a possibility that we could be looking to see here. Lupo on the op this time around, something I was looking to see here in the pre-game, and AV actually getting aggressive. Very similar to what Casper likes doing over here towards this A site, but Blossom gonna punish him for it. I never agree with anybody who decides to get aggressive on A, like, ever.
It is never. That's a Reyna thing right there.
It is a Reyna thing, but it never works. I've never seen it work in NECC, at least in playoffs of NECC when you're starting to get into these good teams. I just don't see it working. But it's going to be a 4-on-2 here for the Saints, and things are starting to look good for them. They should have a plant down with this wall being in the perfect positioning for it. And now with that dart coming through as well, going to really hurt the side of UTM, force them out of positioning a little bit there in that regard. Yaga going to get picked off from Lupo Zop, and now leaving it all up to the Sage for the side of UTM. Going to be far from easy as Dippy just tries to make something happen.
Rez is available here, but I don't think he's going to want to go for it. I think he's going to want to save it. Lupo going to find a third on the op. A good op buy here. Finally, Lupo buying an op of his own and is really turning it around here. And 12-7 match point now. UTM's perfect icebox record could be broken here in this round.
It looks like it's getting broken, to be honest. I mean, unless UTM can answer back with 5 unanswered and do what St. Clair did to open up this half, I just don't see a world with that happening. And even if they do win 5 unanswered, John, they still got to come into that overtime and try to win it there. So it's just going to be a far from easy task that they're definitely looking to bounce back on. But with UTM having such a flawless icebox record and just having such an experience on icebox, it just really provides all the VOD that St. Clair needed to come through and make the plays that they're making right now. St. Clair definitely looking really good here, and with this being arguably one of UTM's best maps, it makes me a little bit more confident for St. Clair in the remainder of this series.
See, St. Clair doesn't have anyone watching the flank, though. They have 3 people on the other side, so if they can collapse on the site quickly, they can definitely take advantage of it. Oh, Brosev going to find the first pick onto Viki in there. That's going to slow him up, and with 2 flankers coming, this could get dangerous.
Oh, but Blossom going to get a res, and Wombat will get a pick onto Brosev. So this changes a lot, and Lupo finding one. The wall going down for the plant. This just went from good to UTM to absolutely terrible, as St. Clair's looking good here. Now Casper finds one, drops down, looks for another. AV on the cleanup, though, now leaving it into a 3-on-2 for the St. Clair Saints. UTM going to have 2. Yaga finds 1, puts us into a 2 versus 2 here now in play. Sova and Viper now all against the Jet on UTM. Yaga trying to make something happen, finds the first, leaves us in a 1 versus 1. Wombat has some work to do. This bomb is down. Yaga looking for it, baits it out, is looking for this player. Wombat, though, will get the cleanup. Saints take map 1, 13-7 over UTM, and are looking to advance to the NECC Grand Finals after one more map win.
That was incredible play there by SEC. Such good organization, and all credit to the players, the coaching staff, everybody. They came into this match and they said, okay, we know UTM is really, really good in Icebox. We're going to have strats prepared for them. We're going to play to a T, and we saw the execution of that performed so well. They were able to pull it to a 6-6 half on defense, which is crazy, and then able to win that one out on attack pretty clean. They only dropped 1 round on that entire defense.
It's the 6-6 half that won that one, right? I mean, once they were able to get off of the defense and start going to attack, it was just full throttle, pedal to the metal, and St. Clair just looking great. Biggest tip of advice for Icebox: don't get aggressive on A. It's literally the killer to St. Clair here on the defensive side. I think that if they don't get aggressive on A, we see that at a 7-5 half for St. Clair rather than the 6-6, which is a substantial difference here, or even a 8-4, maybe. But I mean, substantial differences all around. We do see the leaderboard here. Yaga popping off, and AV. I mean, Yaga had a lot better of a defensive half. AV offense was just nuts. But they both having great games there, and they're definitely going to be the 2 players to watch out here for St. Clair going forwards. But Casper, Lupo, Blossom, VK, and Wombat all playing very pretty even, right? Obviously, Casper Lupo up there more towards the top with their more fragging out agents here, and it is going to be the other three just keeping their weight, pulling their weight, and doing their job. So St. Clair going to be rewarded now, leading 1-0 in the series, forcing UTM to clean up these last two maps. And with St. Clair winning that ice box, I think that puts mine and yours both predictions heavily in St. Clair's favor.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely think the fact that St. Clair able to take UTM's map pick is huge. Going into bind, they had such a good bind against Butler. I have so much confidence in them. I definitely think they're going to be favored going into map 2, but you never know, right? It is the semifinals. It is these teams that they're playing against are very, very high caliber. And for UTM, you want that revenge. You say, okay, they took our map, but now we got to take theirs. And it's going to all come down to preparedness. And I think bind is going to be a very interesting map, but definitely still St. Clair favored.
Yes, you can see here 13-7 on Icebox for the Saints. Bind is where we're heading to next. And if we do see a UTM win on bind, then we will be sent over to Breeze. But I'm fairly confident in these last two maps here for the Saints. I don't think we're going to see too many problems that they are going to be running into. But I do believe we might be sending this one to a quick little break here. Yeah, 5-minute break. We're just going to allow these players to use the washrooms, talk things over from that game one, and just use this as a little bit of a timeout here time. So that being said, my name is Jackson Pride Brown, joined alongside John Bill Bangs Vadima. We'll be right back with you guys in just a couple minutes for map number 2. And welcome back, guys. Very long break. Oh my gosh. I had a nap in there. I got some food, went to the washroom. A very productive break.
I thought the servers crashed again. It was so long.
Anyways, with that being said, guys, we are going to be back in action here now. St. Clair Saints on your right, starting off on the attacking side of bind, and you will have UTM, University of Toronto, Mississauga, starting off on your left side on the defender side of bind. Like you were talking about just before we sent that one to our very long break there, St. Clair really had a very successful bind here last time around when playing against Butler, so they're looking to run that one up here again, but it does look like that we might have a little bit more of a tough time, as there is some better VOD on St. Clair here on bind here now, and they're definitely going to be watching out for bind, going to be watching out for bind because St. Clair won it in that last series pretty well, actually, and I think that overall just their bind is one of the maps that we see quite frequently from the Saints, so UTM should have a pretty good idea on what St. Clair is going to do here.
Yeah, for sure. And we have a couple agent changes as well. We see both the Sages switching over to the Astra. We see AV actually switching off of the Reyna onto a Raze. And we also see Plex switching from the Sova onto the Sky. And for St. Clair, we do see a Cypher instead of a Viper for VCAN. So other than that, everyone else pretty much the same except for obviously Blossom playing the Astra. So a couple agent changes, but overall, I think still St. Clair favored in this one. I definitely like their setup here, and I definitely can't wait to see what they can do here on the attack.
I really do like that St. Clair is still pulling out the Reyna, but there is no heals, which does make me a little concerned here for St. Clair, but I don't know if it's going to be too much of a problem. Lupo, he's in a very good position here early in this one. We'll look to flank from UTM here right now, John. 3 players on the backside, but this bomb is being TP'd and sent to B. I'm so scared for the Cypher of St. Clair right now. This round is going terribly for St. Clair to start us off.
Yeah, he's in a bad spot here. He has to start moving forward onto site. He's going to get pinched out here in just a second. His teammates are all on A site, so he needs to go big here if he wants to try and do something.
Yeah, and this is far from what you want. He's going to... Can he find...
Oh my goodness, he's still alive. He's still alive. How is he still alive right now? There's no way.
No way, VCAN. Picks up a ghost. He has a teammate around here. Oh, he gets stuck from the other side. He's somehow still alive. Now a 2-on-3. It's all up to these 2 mid players. And a lot of this is going to be up to Casper on the Reyna to try to make something happen. Somehow they make it out alive, and they are going to be rotating over to the other side here. Now, AV going to be the player to watch, but AV in such a good spot. No one from St. Clair checking for it. And VCAN forced to find that frag here. Now he will do so. He's going to be looking for one more now in a 1 versus 2, but he has no health, and I think like that's going to be the biggest concern here right now for him.
He needs to find these headshots. If he can find at least one, there's a chance. He's going to TP again, but Viper wasn't all the way rotated around, so... we'll have a chance here. No, Broseph gonna take him out. That's gonna be the first round over, but I mean, still, that could have been a lot worse for St. Clair than it was.
That round was hectic, man.
That was kinda crazy.
that was a little crazy, but yeah, it could have been much worse for St. Clair than it was. I am happy they answered back a little bit there with that one, but we are going to be into another round here now. I'm not sure about Casper's buy on the Sheriff. I feel like he'd want a little bit more money going into that next round. I don't think the Sheriff is as useful here in this round as you may think, but we also will see Lupo pulling out a shorty, but a much less expensive pistol is the difference between those two.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. I'd like to see Casper at least get used to the Sheriff if he is going to buy it here in this round.
It's all about nailing those headshots, and we've seen him do it time and time again against many of their opponents this year, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him do it here. Quick move into short, though. They're able to get that U-Haul already, and that's a very, very quick take.
Yeah, Brosev going to take down VCAN, though, on some... what is it? Utility usage. That's the word I was looking for. But it is going to be Blossom answering back. We'll be able to take down Yaga. Lupo stuck up here in U-Haul. Doesn't really have anybody giving him the time of day, though. Nobody's going to purposely run into a shorty. Casper, all that's left with the Sheriff here. He will spot out one player. I think he might have gotten a tag on AV, but nothing more than that. Now forced to fall off here a little bit and reload. He's going to find Dippy, but not able to find the frag. Only one pick coming through for St. Clair in this round. UTM starting off nicely, and honestly, St. Clair's bind here is looking a little shaky compared to usual. I know we're only 2 rounds in, and I'm jumping the gun on saying that, but it does not look as clean as it did last week, on the pistols at least.
I think pistols, again, are very volatile, right? Like, it is more about, rather than a strategy, it's about who can land these low damage shots, who can become consistently able to save themselves. And you talked about earlier the fact that they didn't have any healing was definitely important in that first round to try and save, because I think VCAN, if he was full HP there, could have had a chance to actually take that round. So I think, I don't know, maybe we'll see that become a more prevalent theme throughout this game. We'll find out, I guess.
Yeah, 100%. Lupo gonna open us up, takes down Yaga. Will getting tagged down with pretty drastically, honestly. He's gonna lose his armor and half of his HP, but he does find the frag. And now those are the situations where you wish you had a healer if you're St. Clair. You now have a Jet, one of your, more fragging out characters, and you're not able to utilize it to its full capability as it's gonna be tagged down about half HP already in this one. So Lupo just playing on the back end here, watching any extra pushes here from the side of UTM, and I mean, he's falling off at the worst time as a Viper is looking to sneak around. VCAN going to be looking for Plexus and a fairly good lineup here as well.
Is crazy timing.
Could see something happen, but Brosev is just in beautiful spot. Did he spot Lupo's feet? I am not sure.
The tripwire is down, though, so they have their flank covered. They're going to know if someone's coming around, so very lucky to get spotted out there. But is he going to find VCAN on site there? That is a huge pick.
Trades are through, but Plexus finds one as well. Takes down Lupo, now leaving it into a 3-on-3. St. Clair will be getting this spike down. Wombat, the one doing so. Plexus is there, and Brosev on a flank. Casper searching for Brosev here. Just don't give up on the hold. He's going to get a couple tags, but will be forced to fall off here now, as he is backed up in garden quite a bit. He does have a dog running right towards his way. Now going to have to focus his attention otherwise. And Brosev and AV both running kills. Going to leave it all up to Wombat. Wombat going to look to find one, but will get shot down. St. Clair's bind is not looking good, John. I'm going to be honest. Like, these are things that some pretty crucial mistakes are being made right now from St. Clair.
It started off so well, too. They found that pick in bathroom, and then they went and rotated over towards B site. But the fact that they were able to bet slow down there, and the fact that the Sky was able to find a pick really early on them on the B site push meant that they couldn't take it as cleanly, couldn't get that bomb down as fast, and the flank came in. And I think really importantly there, the Viper didn't get taken down on that flank. If Casper's able to take down the Viper, you know the flank's covered, and all you have to worry about is the people on site. You're in a 2-on-2 scenario, but once that pick comes through, it becomes very, very hard to play around that site, and now you see St. Clair again on this eco buy. They're going to have to do what UTM did to them on Icebox and try and find one of these eco rounds.
Yeah, I completely agree, because you're not trying to go down 4-0. Nobody's trying to go down 4-0. It's a terrible situation to be in, so they're definitely looking to find something here eco-wise, but their eco rounds have been nowhere near what UTM's eco rounds have been throughout this series. Just 2 different ballparks, and I really do like the play from Blossom, kind of focusing over here towards B a little bit more. And I think he could really provide some value as long as he can just sneak by this Jet and somehow make it away with his life. But it's so hard to be peeking long knowing that, UTM has money for ops. It's definitely something that could be watching long. So St. Clair just going to try to find some sort of opening pick. And I feel like if St. Clair can find first blood, it's the only way they can really have a good chance of winning this round.
But smart play here by UTM. They wait, but Wombat actually finds one there. A really long angle onto Heaven, so Doesn't know that there's Astra sitting here, though. He's just waiting, checking his corners. Isn't going to see the Astra. The Astra knows he's here. He's going to peek out. Oh, Astra's waiting. She's waiting to see if anyone else can come, but no. Dippy going to find Wombat. Trade coming back, and with only 32 seconds left, St. Clair's going to have to act faster. This round's going to be over.
Yes, for sure, and the Sheriffs are through. Casper going to get tagged down ever so slightly, but we'll be here to try and make a play. Raise bomb going to be shut down and out of the way. So St. Clair looking to get a plant through. That is the raise now tagged down, but he will get the ult off. So Blossom down, but Lupo with the trade. Now Lupo looking for more with this Spectre of his. Some rotates are looking to come through for the side of UTM from this B site. Dippy getting completely pushed out here from St. Clair. Lupo has been so good after picking up this Spectre now, providing St. Clair a player advantage for the other side of things. And UTM here now down a player, and they're going to try to make do with what they can. But, I mean, honestly, St. Clair providing them a really good hope to try to win this round.
They do have full armor, and there's an op for the side of UTM here. So this is definitely a doable round if they can find this person on site, because there are 2 stacked in bathrooms right now. Casper with just 31 HP. Flash going to come through, is going to somehow see him. VK going to get taken out here by the op, and there's going to be a trade on site. Going to be Casper. Casper goes for the reload. They know he's in here. He's not going to be able to get out. Trying to find someone on site. Oh my goodness.
Oh, he finds it. Lupo gets them both. He gets a 4K and makes it out with his life. St. Clair put up a round. What a play. It looked so scary for a second. Lupo, he messed up early in that play and shot in showers. They didn't think anybody else was in showers. He shot in showers and alerted the team he is there, but he makes it up with the clutch, and that is going to be a massive 1v2 on the bomb. He had very, very little time to work with. We're going to see an instant replay here. So the Diffuse is coming through. Diffuse is going, how close are we? How close? Oh, he stops, he gets off it, and then he hops back on it. Honestly, UTM might have had that round if he didn't hop off that bomb. What a round, but it is going to be St. Clair getting on the board, like I was saying. Still a 5-on-5 in this round, and boy, oh boy, the momentum has ever probably shifted.
Yeah, Lupo going to find the first pick in this round already, feeling so confident. Yaga going to trade him back, though. Lupo going to find his second kill. He's on fire right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Cypher all going to come out. They will get this plant down. Flex will be spotted here. Blind going to come out. Not going to make contact, though. Will allow him to back up. Flash going to come through. No aggression here just yet. Going to have to back off into elbow yet again.
But pushing on back is so big for St. Clair even. Just getting control of this angle is massive, because now Casper has such an advantage on these gunfights and is looking to force the other 3 to funnel through here. Casper actually going to be popping an ult in this 3v3 retake, and he's definitely going to be looking for one here on a Plexitus, and there it is. Exactly what he needed. Now he's looking for another. He does get that dismissal, and he does find another there. Takes down Brosov. AV going to come and find Lupo, but we do have Casper right here and ready for it. Wombat, though, gonna shut things down. St. Clair, now with 2 unanswered, are looking to come back here in this game. This is exactly what they needed.
I love the mind games that Casper plays with them, right? Because he uses both those dismissals. He takes them for the full duration. He peeks the corners. He calls out to his teammates where they are and is able to get behind that corner and get that shot. Picks up another dismissal, able to call out exactly where this raise is, able to peek and then go back behind cover. So it's the fact that using the dismissals as recon and getting positions on the opposition, as well as getting picks, that is so huge for St. Clair. And I mean, honestly, right now, this game is looking really bad as a start for St. Clair, but these last 2 rounds have been huge for them. They're able to come back, and now I definitely think momentum has shifted solidly in their favor.
Honestly, I want to join the Valorant team solely for Strider's shoulder rubs. Those are looking really good right about now, to be honest. Yeah, so it is going to be St. Clair looking to push out this B site, and it is going to be actually Diffy getting pushed out drastically from Casper, and he finds one early, and it's actually going to be another. Oh my god, no, he's running out of ammo. He's just trying to make it out with his life. Plexus is tagged down so weak, but unable to find any frag there. Bombs down for St. Clair. AV gets aggressive with the Judge, will take down Lupo. VCan, though, able to find a trade. Brosov with the Sheriff takes down VCan, now a 3-on-3. The post plates are here, 2 players stacked up in Garden, but that is going to be a massive flash onto these players here now. It is going to be the push coming through. Wombat finds the first. Casper tagged down, but Wombat finding a second, going to change how things go. Brosov is last alive, trying to get something to work. He's absolutely just stuck here in this Viper smoke, trying to get players to come towards him, but I mean, honestly, this is just looking like it's going to be over. Wombat on a 3K, tying this one up. St. Clair is absolutely picking up some momentum right here now, John.
They are taking the driver's seat in this match, looking so good doing it. And I really thought that could be dangerous because they stacked 3 people in Garden and Long. They had everything invested in that one angle, but Wombat finding 2 headshots there was so huge for them, and that really turned the round around because, again, there was that eco round for UTM, and they actually were up a person at one point during that round, but in the end, able to just clutch it up there, and now you have the advantage in the eco. It is a tie game. You bring it back to what looked like a little bit of an ugly start, and now you're just rolling.
Yeah, so Dippy will open us up here, and a kill that I thought Vken honestly might have had there, but no, it is going to be an early player advantage here for the side of UTM. Honestly, I got a hot take here for you, John. St. Clair gets 6 rounds on the offense, they win this series right here, right now. I think that's all it comes down to is them just at least having a tie game going into these attacks. I think will be so beneficial for them. We are now going to see ourselves in a 4-on-4, and Plexit is actually going to put the tides back into UTM's favor in a 4-on-3, but this spike did get planted, and St. Clair does have post plants, so it is something they do have going for them in their favor. But I mean, all these pop shots coming right through this, and it's really going to slow UTM's push down.
And that was such a smart play there. The Seekers came out from the sky, but they were able to burn them down in the smoke. So they actually have no intel on where these players are on site, but they're going to find 2 of them anyway. Just the Astra left in Long. Can this Astra get this defuse down? They know where it was last time. Going to find one. No, Plex is going to pick that one up, and that's going to be a defuse coming down here. So a round back for UTM they desperately needed, but still, I think really well played there by St. Clair. They tried their best, but the op in the end just really made a difference.
I also got to say really well played by UTM. To be completely honest, that was a beautiful retake. They had all the things covered that they needed to. They had a player coming down from hookah to try to cause more of a disturbance here, and it was just a well played out retake. I know they had a player advantage, so they did have that there going for them, but overall things worked out fairly nicely for them. So we do see St. Clair coming through here now with buys. Lupo going to be buying a shorty, but I'm assuming going to be pulling out those knives of his, and it is now going to consist of a really good round coming our way. Yaga, once again, on the op for UTM.
Has a chance to make something happen in this round with this weapon. And, I mean, game right now has been pretty even for both sides. I definitely think they've had their ups and downs. But for right now, both teams are going to have a decent amount of weaponry. And we're going to have to see how they use it. Plexus is taking a really aggressive position here in Long.
Yeah, Wombat could find it. Oh, some shots are there. Plexus going to get tagged. Dippy's also kind of in a line of sight that could be found here that isn't actually spotted out as of yet. We do have a lot of utility coming through here over towards this garden side, but nothing actually really coming through from it yet. That is going to be Vken with the first blood here in this one. Yaga, though, will answer back and takes down Casper, and Yaga finding another onto Vken. Could find a third, though, not going to connect on the shot, and Lupo will be there for the refrag, leaving us in a 3-on-3 here. Now, Wombat Lupo stacked up in showers, and then we do have the other player from the side of St. Clair over here towards short. Now this player is stuck in TP for this UTM, so St. Clair, I mean, this is looking pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let's see if they can take the site. That's the big thing right now.
Bomb is not quite down yet. They need to get this bomb down very soon. They know there's one in showers, and they saw the Skywolf come from spawn, so they just don't know where this Raze is. Raze is hiding on site right now, and that's why the bomb is going down. Has to come down here. Will be planted, but there's one coming behind in U-Haul.
They know that there is a player coming from behind in showers too, and Dippy will be getting taken down back there. Lupo finds Plexus as well, leaving this all up to Avy. He's been having a great game so far, but not that great as Lupo shuts him down. Clean up for the Saints, and now a 4-4 game. 8 rounds into this one here now, John. So it's going to be UTM St. Clair absolutely battling here in this map too. UTM essentially a winner-go-home case scenario there for them. We actually do see Lupo pull it off here as well, pulling out a little bit more of an aggression, and it's actually UTM on a round where they're forced to save down here a little bit, John. So
yeah, he did
good news for St.
that
Clair.
op in the last round, and importantly there, I was going to talk about the fact that, I mean, Yaga found 2 picks with that op and wanted to go for a third onto the Sova, right onto Wombat. Missed the shot, went aggressive again, and was traded out. And the fact that Lupo got that op and was able to kind of determine the round. Oh, Lupo going to find another one in showers. Really good start. Yaga going to find one with the blades, though. So evened out here, and they're going to go really aggressive here on Long. They do not want Wombat to escape.
No, and I'm surprised that Yaga actually pulled out the ult because they are on a save round. I mean, so far it's been pretty successful, and Brosov actually going to take down Blossom as well. That's really scary for the Saints, and you know, this is the time where you wish you had a Sage if you're St. Clair. Pop one of these reses, they're all spread out, and you could definitely get an easy res, but hey, what can you do now at this point in time? Dippy, though, will be getting cut off from Vken.
What was that?
Oh my goodness, Vken, 1 bullet, all he needs. Gonna find the headshot, connects. UTM now in a 1 versus 3. Casper goes LOL in the chat. Oh my goodness, all good fun here. These teams have been very, very sportsmanlike friendly between each other here today, so it's things that we do love to see on esports. But Broseph is going to be looking to save. No, he's going for. I don't know what Broseph.
He has a Marshall, so really he's just looking to try and find a Phantom or a Vandal or something worth more.
Oh no!
He spotted out though. He running and gunning. He knows that he has a Marshall, so there's nothing you can really do about that. And Senker gonna claim the round and claim the lead as well.
Yeah, and to be leading after being down 3-0 in this game, only 9 rounds in is so big if you are from the side of St. Clair. And my hot take, like I said just a few moments ago, John, was a 6-6 half or better for St. Clair is going to result in them winning this game. And I'm still going to stick to my prediction here, still going to stick to my hot take. Both teams going to be pulling through an op in this one. Both teams pulling through 5 rifles to help out, or sorry, 4 rifles to help out with those ops. And I mean, this round going to be an absolute bloodbath. I can already see it coming.
An early Viper's Pit in short is actually really big here because it limits St. Clair's options and how they want to attack in this buy round to really only 2 options. You have the way into B, but there is so many stars invested onto B site here for the Sastra. It is going to be so difficult for them to actually access the site very quickly, but Casper are going to pop the ult. He go massive.
Yeah, he's going to double eye out there, and he will actually get an entrance. He actually does spot out Dippy there. So, I mean, Casper really looking for this pick. The swing's bound to come eventually, and Dippy finds one, but Blossom is there for a trade. Now, 4-on-3 in favor of St. Clair, and Spike has been planted. AV and Plexus going to be the first lines of defense, and we do see the Viper from UTM still over here towards A, but will be forced to TP. Now going to be looking to challenge up in Hookah, and if the push into Hookah is coming, but Lupo on the short, he finds that one. Vcan going to run into Axie. Or sorry, AV, and Blossom gonna get the cleanup now. Plex, this is all that's left, and St. Clair is looking to pick up a 6th.
13 HP, no, that's gonna be a 21 HP in a dream. Wasn't able to make it happen in St. Clair, gonna draw 6 here on the attacking side. That is so huge for them, and the fact that Lupo is still rocking this op after this many rounds are crazy.
6-1 in the last 7, John. 6-1 in the last 7 is all I gotta say.
I
Lupo.
like this.
Lupo. Him being in the starting lineup here throughout playoffs and the end of the regular season has been phenomenal for the Saints. He has came through here playing his A game. He is 14-6, out-fragging the whole lobby by 4 kills, out-fragging his team by 6. What a player so far, providing so much use on this object combo. Now, it's going to be scary here because they do not know that this Yaga player is so tucked away on a Spectre, and he's going to sit here until a player crosses, to be honest.
Yeah, I think they heard the dash sound. So they know he's sitting there, but they don't really have the weaponry to be able to push up into that just yet. Looks like Wombat gonna pop the ult here, trying to find someone, but doesn't find any of the ult. Yeah, gonna find one and dash out though. That's huge.
Yeah, it is huge, but the Viper for UTM is going to be getting tagged down, so it is somewhat good news there if you are St. Clair, and Dippy actually is forced onto a Sheriff. So I think that it is a save round for the side of UTM right now. So this is what you're still looking to utilize as your St. Clair. You cannot get ecoed at this point in the game. You really can't. Casper goes big, finds one, evens up the numbers, 4v4.
That is just such unfortunate timing. The Astra recalled the star. And that's going to be Brosa finding one with the Sheriff, though. The Astra recalled the star, and that was a sound key that Casper needed to find him. But now with 4-on-3, this could get really, really dangerous here for St. Clair if they don't back up.
Is the Sheriff like St. Clair's Achilles heel? Or
it's like, the save rounds. It's their Achilles heel.
It's the save rounds, right? Because they play differently or something. Like, I don't know. They're like, oh, they're on a save round. We're gonna play this one a little bit differently. No, you just gotta stick to the defaults, right? Play how you're playing. Like, think of it like they have rifles. And I love this play call here. Switching over to B. Blossom 4 HP makes it out with his life. Somehow keeps himself alive. But yeah, they are going to be able to make it out here, and they are going to be able to get a plant down. Blossom being very weak is definitely a concern. But, I mean, the rotations are going to be a little slow on UTM, not going to lie. It'll really allow St. Clair to find some post plants here now.
I think they wanted to find some guns on A site to give them an actual chance here, but they weren't able to find them, so Plex still sitting on the Sheriff here. We'll see what the Jet has. Just a second flash going to come out. Does have the Vandal, but no, going to get taken out. Casper with a 3K looking for 4 here. They know that only the Sheriff is available. Blossom going to find it, and St. Clair getting 7 here, and 1 round left before the halftime switch. Things looking all up for St. Clair.
7-1 in the last 8, John. 7-1 in the last 8. St. Clair is on a roll, and they are not going to be stopped. So far, UTM still a very, very, good shot of being able to win this game. But if St. Clair takes this half 8-4, I don't know, John. I don't know. Being down 8-4, then going into the attacking side, I don't know. Like, you can say attacking side has the advantage here, but I think defense on this map isn't too bad.
I think a well-orchestrated defense can definitely stand up to anything the offense throws at them. They are going to look towards short here, and I like this play. I feel like St. Clair have done this a lot, where they look towards short. If they find a good couple picks, they go for the plant, but if not, they use a teleporter, they rotate to B, and they look for something there. So it seems like they're going for the same play, and Lupo with this with the Vandal now in showers is going to be so strong.
Yeah, so B is going to be the target of focus here now, as we do see 4 out of 5 of these players rotating to mid and long. And then we do have one of those players being the Jet, aka Lupo, sticking over on this other side. Oh my god, you need one of those if you're AV. You need one of those, and now it is going to allow St. Clair to get into sight. VCan going to get a plant down, and a 5-on-3 for St. Clair, with Lupo still lurking on the other side, and finds Yaga. Oh my goodness, Lupo just causing disturbances on the side of UTM. St. Clair cannot be stopped right now here, John. They are just looking so good. This play was perfect.
Both ults are available for these last two defenders, though. I'm surprised they haven't used that Seekers just yet. Oh, going to get scanned out. They know where this Sky is. They will use that ult there. Seekers is going to find him. Flash going to find him as well, but Casper going to find Dippy anyway. It doesn't matter. Plexus gets a trade, but in the end, 8-4 half for St. Clair. I just really don't see UTM making any kind of headway in this game.
Like, you have to win your first, 3 rounds.
Yeah,
4 rounds.
For sure.
Like, I don't see a world where UTM...
You need to win this pistol round.
Yeah, I agree. It's a must-win pistol, or sadly to say, you're probably going home, to be honest. And that's just a situation we're in right now. St. Clair on the defense for pistols, I think, is going to provide them a little bit of a downside rather than an upside. I usually always favor attacking rounds on pistols just because...
I like the buys here, though. They're very good. You see 4 Ghosts and a Frenzy for St. Clair, whereas you look over at the side of UTM, and they've got a variety of stuff. They got a Sheriff, they got 3 people with shields and a Classic and a Frenzy. So I think St. Clair just looking for those headshots, but I mean, UTM with those shields is going to actually be able to resist anything that St. Clair throw at them.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens here now in this one, but round number 13 getting us kicked off here now. St. Clair going to be on the defense for a change. Let's see how this one gets played through. It does look like the side of UTM is spread out all across the map. They're not really fully dedicating to any kind of site yet. They're just looking for picks. Casper just missing the angle on Yaga. Big tags coming through from both of them, and AV gonna actually open us up onto Wombat with that first frag there.
I think it's Avi, actually, now that I look at it. I think we've been saying it wrong the whole game.
Could be.
Avi. Good Wolf there, actually. Does get some momentum, but again, I'm talking about they have these shields, whereas St. Clair just have the Ghost, so they can't one-tap the heads, but it doesn't matter.
Somehow Casper stayed alive a little longer than anticipated there, but he is only going to be able to manage to get one. But VCan and Lupo find a couple. Somehow VCan's still alive, and he's looking for more, and he finds more. Yaga is all that's left for UTM, but VCan here to do some work. Yaga is a one-shot here, but so is VCan. Astra for St. Clair is the biggest player right now, and honestly, it's going to be all up to Blossom, but if Yaga... Oh my goodness, Blossom still to clean up, wall bang onto Yaga there. St. Clair cleaning up the round 9-4. A must-win pistol round for UTM, does not get won by them. And now, John, do you think that's... I'm not going to say it's like the nail in the coffin, but it's like, it's getting there. It's getting there.
I definitely think it's getting there, but we have seen UTM pull off a couple of successful eco rounds. So I think for them, if they can win eco rounds as well as their buy rounds, they definitely have a chance to try and come back in this game. But it's really going to come down to this next buy round. I think this round, obviously, you see the full buys here from St. Clair. It's going to be really tough for me to see them get anything in this round. But I think that next one is going to be the most important round of this game, because if they lose that one, they're on the brink of elimination.
Yeah, winning 9 out of the last 10 is just such an insane stat.
Oh my God,
what a dart! What a dart! Wombat!
Oh my gosh!
Shut him down, John! That's going on your plays of the week! And a
What is going on?
What am I watching? Oh my God, headphone users beware. Flawless round from St. Clair popping off. 3K in hookah, double no-scope in garden. St. Clair cannot be stopped, and the timeout is from UTM. Oh, a must-needed timeout.
I'd call a timeout there. That was insane. That was I have no words for this play. The Shakhtar got 3.
Oh, man.
He lines them all up together, and then you turn to Viken. Viken goes 1 and 2.
Oh my gosh! Viken, line him up, shut him down. Oh my goodness. St. Clair really showing why they are in semifinals, showing why they're up 1-0 in semifinals, showing why they are on the verge of making grand finals of these NECC playoffs.
That play, that was... And it's from players that normally we don't like. These last 2 series, it's been Lupo making plays and Casper making plays. But that time, it was Wombat with a crazy play, and then we see 2 no-scopes out of Weekend. Like everyone on St. Clair is stepping up right now, right when they need to be, because this is the semifinals. You're trying to make a sweep, trying to go to finals. This is when you need to step up, and you see St. Clair doing exactly that.
Yeah, I mean, I have no complaints for St. Clair
in
these
crazy.
last 12 rounds, 11 rounds, no complaints here for the side of St. Clair. They've been playing flawlessly, and they're going to continue to try to keep this one going. It is going to be the side of UTM. They will have 5 rifles. St. Clair going to be on the Marshall and 4 Spectres, so the buy not as good here, but I mean, the rounds so much in their favor right now.
I'm still stuck on that last play, man. That was crazy. But, I mean, looking forward in this game, you do have a full buy for both of these teams now. You have, actually, sorry, they are still on the eco here. You still have the Marshall for Viken here. So they're going to opt to save, and they have the advantage, right? You're up 10-4. You can't afford to just go for a save round and say, okay, we want to stack up our money, get these buys through, everyone getting at full shields, full util, everything. And this is when you start stacking up round wins. And we see a really slow play here from UTM. They realize that if they lose this round, they are stuck on eco, and that's really going to be your on like series point. You're on, you know, season point there.
Yeah, I know this is such a default setup from Casper and Blossom here, but I just think they're gonna punish it on this setup. If this bomb goes A, I think that Blossom and Casper absolutely just punish this angle.
There are multiple people in showers that are all just jostling for position, but they don't want to stay. And they heard Blossom throw out those 2 stars, so they know someone is in that corner. That's why they don't want to push it. But looks like they're going to try and go B here. Maybe rotation. Yeah, they are going to rotate through.
Yeah, it does look like B is going to be
30
the
seconds
new kind of change of plans here now. So we'll see how that goes. It is going to be not a whole lot of reinforcements for St. Clair over here towards this B site. An aggressive play from Casper, not going to be rewarded. Dippy actually going to find 2. We'll take down Blossom as well. Viken looking for more of these no-scopes on the scope, but I don't know how many of those he's going to be able to find. This push is now
so
going
big.
towards A, but Lupo finds one and actually makes out this life. Now, Spike going down with a jump up. He's going to find it. One more player. They have no time to play it. St. Clair keeps their lives. Dude, UTM, oh my God, St. Clair. Like, I'm speechless right now, John.
They're in their heads. There is nothing UTM can throw at them that St. Clair isn't ready for. You saw there, even after the timeout, right? You take that timeout as a coach, you calm your players down, you say, okay, that was a crazy round, but this is the next one. We're in our bye. We need to be able to win this round. And you saw so much hesitancy from them. They didn't want to commit to anything. Even when they knew Blossom was in that corner on A, they didn't want to commit to the play because they didn't know where everyone else was. And you saw they got down to 30 seconds. They didn't really know where to go. And in the end, Lupo making a really good play with that Spectre, able to convert that round. And now on half buys, mixed rounds, you don't really know what to buy here. It's going to be really tough for me to see UTM come back in this game because everything is firing right now for St. Clair.
Yeah, and like just looking at rounds alone, like you never, like, I just don't see a world anymore. Like, for me now, the nail's in the coffin, John. I know it's still a possibility for UTM, but it's not looking like it's going to be easy. It's going to be Vcan here, looking to find a few, but that is going to be AV coming through, finding 1 and Wombat. Going to be cleaned up there from Yaga. So a round is looking like definitely a possibility here for the side of UTM. But, I mean, St. Clair has just pedaled to the metal this whole time through.
Sigh of relief can be heard from the side of UTM here. They do get bombed down. It is still a 4v2, but definitely a health advantage here in favor of St. Clair. Never mind. Dippy gonna find Blossom. Casper gonna get 1. Looking for a second. Gonna find it. Gonna try and get this heal. Gonna find a 3rd.
Oh my!
He's gonna over the ace here. Does he get it? No!
Oh my God! If he found that ace, I would have just put my headset down and walked away.
Run out the window.
Like, honestly,
oh my goodness,
that was absolutely unreal. So it is going to be St. Clair still on the 11th round marker. Finally, UTM able to find a little bit of a life of hope there after 8 rounds unanswered from St. Clair. It's now going to be the side of UTM trying to get a comeback started. St. Clair, though, still going to have a bye in this round. It's going to be a Spectre and light armor for Blossom. Everybody else is going to have the rifles and full armor. And St. Clair is looking to get aggressive in showers.
Yeah, I like this play call from them. The op is here, though. There is going to be a smoke coming out, though, so they're not going to know. They're going to dash forward. Yeah, going to try and escape here.
Goodness.
Manages to get away. That is so big. The op stays alive in this round.
But now they have no control over showers. But, oh, now St. Clair has no control on A. Oh, my goodness.
A little bit of give and take.
It's a give and take, yeah, for sure. So it's going to be St. Clair 5-on-5 retake. You don't see one of these every day, so no one in control of showers. I mean, this doesn't look bad because usually showers control is pretty nearly a must for holding down this A site. So we'll see what you can do if you are from the side of UTM here right now. Wombat will open us up with one. That is going to be another one for VK, another one for Lupo. So now it's all going to be down to the Viper. Shut down for UTM. St. Clair on the retake. And honestly, John, the biggest thing in that one is just the showers control being in favor of Lupo rather than UTM.
Yeah, I think when you commit all 5 to the same spot, it's so hard because it's so confusing as attackers. You're in this this little square. You have defenders coming in from every angle. You had one from showers. You had people from short. You had people from spawn. And people from U-Haul. Like, you're getting attacked on every side, and it's so hard to hold that one. And now St. Clair on match point. For me, I think this is so deserved for them. I think they played this series to perfection. Both Icebox, they came in with the plan, they executed it here, and Bind just a masterclass of how to play this map. And looking forward to Grand Finals, they have all the momentum in the world.
I was very concerned for St. Clair after we started this game down 3-0. But in the last 14 rounds, they've shut me up by going 12-2. So, I mean, hey, they've definitely answered back to my my talk there. So now it's just going to be them trying to clean up this game and advance down to Grand Finals of the NECC playoffs against UTM. It's all it needs is one round, and they're looking to find it right here, right now, and shutting down UTM over towards this A site. Let's see what happens. Plexus going to be getting this bomb down. It's going to be a 5-on-5 retake yet again. Last time didn't work out so well for them. Let's see how things go this time around. Wombat going to open us up with one early, though.
Yaga going to trade one back with the blades. That is huge. There's a Viper's Pit in showers, but bomb is planted for short. So looks like Wombat is going to try and find his way into showers anyway, trying to find Broseph here. If he can find this pick, this would be so massive. You can look for it. Not going to find it, though. Lupo going to get the trade, though. This site's falling apart. This Viper's going to have to retreat to that one in just a second.
Yeah, and the Viper, 1 HP, essentially, to be honest. Like, I mean, does he have time? He's going to have to run. He cannot walk this the whole way through. And, oh, it's only going to be half. St. Clair actually doesn't even decide to get through the full stick on it. And that is going to be the cleanup. Your St. Clair Saints are headed to Grand Finals for a national championship in the NECC playoffs.
And in highlight reel fashion, nonetheless, just dominating both those maps. 13-7, 13-5. There was no question. The only time I ever was worried was when they went down 3-0 early and Bind. But
yeah,
14-2 on those last couple rounds. Like, it is ridiculous how good they looked on Bind, especially on defense. And for me, looking Grand Finals, I definitely think they have so much momentum. And you look at this game, you look at the highlights from this game. It is insane the amount of skill, the amount of mechanics, the amount of team play they had there. And it was just, I can't wait to see what they pull out for Grands.
Now, don't get me wrong. Grand Finals is definitely not going to be a walk in the park. No. Let's actually cut to the bracket if we can and actually take a peek there, because I want to see, the options of who we play. I know we were talking a little bit about it before the stream here, so I actually want to do a little bit more of an in-depth research. So we actually are going to take a peek here now. So St. Clair Saints and UTM Green will take the win there on that one in 2-0 fashion to go into Grand Finals next played on December 4th. So that is going to be Saturday, a best of 5 played out there. So that is something I'm definitely keeping an eye on. But U Ottawa, Esports, Garnet, honestly, that one's a given in my books for them being in semifinals right now. No surprises there. But then we got Northwood and Durham. So we're either going to be playing Northwood, Durham, or U Ottawa here in Grand Finals. Personally, I'm anticipating U Ottawa. I think you're anticipating the same thing.
For sure.
And that's going to be a really tough matchup there in Grand Finals if we do see U Ottawa. But overall, I mean, St. Clair just making it into Grand Finals as of now, just getting into this position is so massive.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, their performance here was unbelievably good. I mean, on Icebox, you saw them come in. We were talking about before. The fact that UTM had a perfect Icebox and St. Clair put it to 6-6 on defense, and then on attack, they just blew them out 6-1, or 7-1. It wasn't even close. And then Bind, they got a rough start with the pistol round not going their way. But after that, all them, I think going into this next one is going to be so scary for Garnet because you don't know what map you can play St. Clair on, right? Like, they look so good on the 2 maps they played today, and it gives less chance for them to realize what they want to play against.
Yeah, for sure. Looking at this, look at this. Lupo, 23 bomb in that game. Closest to him was Casper, down by 7. The closest to him from the other team was down 10, and that's Yaga with 13. So phenomenal stuff all day long here from Lupo, Casper, Wombat, VCamp, Blossom, all of them playing great, but Lupo got to get props where it's due, coming through in the starting lineup, someone that we didn't see in the starting lineup maybe every game this season so far. So to see him actually come through and make the impact that he is very, very nice to see. So St. Clair, like I said, going to be advancing to grand finals here in these NECC playoffs, and I am so fired up for it too. I agree. And so, I mean, I'm just trying to emphasize how much of a major impact this is.
Oh, yeah.
This is St. Clair's first Valorant season competing as a varsity title, and they come through, and they make it to grand finals for a national championship in the first season. I mean, Coach Strider, all the players, everybody doing a great job running that program over there.
Yeah, for sure. And for me, too, the fact that Lupo is coming in this lineup, right, he's been sparsely used throughout the season, but the last couple weeks he's had this major impact role every single game. He's first fragging, second fragging. Like, he's been such a huge part of St. Clair's success in these last couple of weeks. And looking forward to Grands, I'm really hoping he's going to be the one to step up and be that star role. But for me, Casper had his times in this game. And you saw that one play where both Wombat and Vcan just went crazy. So everyone on St. Clair having an impact in this game. And it means that going into Grands, everyone on the team is going to be so dangerous.
I completely agree with that one, John. But without further ado, that will be slowly wrapping us up here for the evening. But before we do that, let's talk a little bit about our sponsors and our merchandise here, as we do have Crunchyroll joining us on for this season. It's a new sponsor for us, and we are so glad to have them. So thank you to Crunchyroll. You guys can get a 14-day premium trial for free at crunchyroll.com/Saints. Once again, it's essentially like the Netflix of anime here, John. Anything that you could dream of will be on Crunchyroll here now. So guys, get a 14-day premium trial for free, crunchyroll.com/Saints. And thank you to our other sponsors as well, as we wouldn't be able to do it without them either. So thank you to Tim Hortons, Subway, the St. Clair College Alumni Association, and the St. Clair SRC. Like I said, wouldn't be able to put on these without them. And if you want to talk a little bit about our merch here, John, go for it.
Yeah, definitely going to talk about our merch. You're wearing the jacket. You got the hat on. It's backwards, so you can't see it
we'll
right
turn
now.
It around
but
for after this.
he's got the hat on right now. You can get yourself some St. Clair merch, and right now is the perfect time because St. Clair going to multiple NECC finals, playing in these playoffs, so going so these deep runs. Like with these rosters, St. Clair has so much success, and you can cheer them on yourself at home. You get acquire.ca/Saints to get yourself a jersey, a crew neck, a hoodie, whatever you want to get. You can get a custom jersey with your own name on the back to cheer them on. And this is the perfect time to do it because now is when you need to cheer these guys on. They are going to finals for NECC.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, hey, we got a lot going on here at these playoffs lately. So yeah, now is the time, just as you were saying. And that's going to be acquire.ca/Saints if you guys are interested. I got the hat on here now. I turned it forward. You guys can see it
swag.
now.
Look at that swag.
I need to get the lint roller on here, but whatever. Guys, thank you so much, though, for tuning into this one. I was having a blast here tonight.
It was so much
bringing
fun.
This one in. So much fun, John. Thank you for joining me alongside. It was such a hype game. I was on my feet for half of it. I know that for sure. Without further ado, guys, that will be wrapping us up here for the evening. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. My name's Jackson the Pride Brown, joined alongside John Bill Bangs Udima. You guys were watching St. Clair Saints Valorant, and we are advancing to the NECC Grand Finals for Valorant, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you guys all on the next one. Will get a tough couple tags in onto Yaga, and he's actually going to bait this bomb, forcing Yaga to actually potentially make a push, and that is going to be a jet dash, but VCan gets another, and he's looking for a third, but Blossom finds that one, diffuses through, and the save is there from the... There, Avion a third, Avion track for an ace, and will be looking for it on the ult for another swing, finds the fourth, going for the ace, going to be all left up to Blossom. Blossom is going to be up there, will get the slowdown onto this player. The shots are through, but Plexitus going to get that 5. No picks are able to be found here from the Saints as of yet, but this defuse is getting stuck. He got it! St. Clair with the defuse, he ninjas it on. Casper lines up 2, shuts him down. Now Yaga's all that's left. Casper's got the intel. He's looking for it, but Wombat will find that kill. St. Clair Saints now. He is tagged down, only 89 total HP out of the 150 potential HP he could have. And 2 full players from St. Clair. I just don't know if this one's going to be too much of a possibility here for Brosov. He's going to try his absolute best. He starts off successfully, but Lupo, he's actually going to pick up the off of the...
Brosov finds Blossom here, so this is going to be 1v2. Can VCan pull this one off?
Yeah, I mean, I like the VCan positioning, actually switching over onto this other side here now. runs into the first, and Brosev cleans it up on the Viper, 1 HP. Actually, sorry, never mind, it was just a decay. It's gonna actually be 70 HP. a lot different than the 1 HP.
Yeah.
From Lupo's up, and now leaving it all up to the Sage for the side of UTM. Gonna be far from easy as Dippy just tries to make something happen.
Rez is available here, but I don't think he's going to want to go for it. I think he's going to want to save it. Lupo going to find a third on the op. A good op.
Yaga trying to make something happen, finds the first, leaves us in a 1 versus 1. Wombat has some work to do. This bomb is down. Yaga looking for it, baits it out, is looking for this player. Wombat though will get the cleanup. Saints take map 1, 13-7.
And there's going to be a trade on site.
Oh,
Going to be
no.
Casper. Casper goes for the reload. They know he's in here. He's not going to be able to get out. Trying to find someone on site. Oh my goodness.
Oh, he finds it! Lupo gets them both! He gets a 4K and makes it out with his life! And there it is, exactly what he needed. Now he's looking for another. He does get that dismissal, and he does find another there. Takes down Brosev. AV gonna come and find Lupo, but we do have Casper right here and ready for it. Wombat, though, gonna shut things down. St. Clair
From the sky, but they were able to burn him down in the smoke. So they actually have no intel on where these players are on site, but they're going to find 2 of them anyway. Just the Astra left in long. Can this Astra get this defuse down? They know where it was last time. Going to find one. No, Plex is going to pick that one up, and that's going to be a defuse coming down here. So
all spread out, and you could definitely get an easy res, but hey, what can you do now at this point in time? Dippy, though, will be getting cut off from Vegan.
What was that?
Oh my goodness, Vegan! 1 bullet all he needs. Gonna find the headshot, connects. UTM now in a 1 versus 3. Casper goes LOL in the chat. Oh my god. For St. Clair with Lupo still lurking on the other side and finds Yaga. Oh my goodness, Lupo just causing disturbances on the side of UTM. St. Clair cannot be stopped right now here, John. They are just looking so good. This play was perfect.
both ults are available for these last 2 to
9 out of the last 10. It's just such an insane stat. Oh,
Oh,
my god, what a
shot
dart! What a dart! Wombat!
Oh
Line
my
him up!
gosh.
Shut him down, John! That's going on your plays of the week! And another
What is
double!
What is going on?
What am I watching? Oh my god, headphone users beware! I don't know how many of those he's going to be able to find. This push
That's
now
so
going
big.
towards A, but Lupo finds one and actually makes out with his life. Now, Spike going down with a jump up.
No
He's going to
shot.
find it. One more player. They have no time
There's
to
no
play
time.
it. St. Clair keeps their lives. Dude, UTM. Oh my god, St. Clair. Like, I mean, does he have time? He's going to have to run. He cannot walk this the whole way through. And, oh, it's only going to be half. St. Clair actually doesn't even decide to get through the full stick on it. And that is going to be the cleanup door. St. Clair Saints are headed to grand finals for a national championship.